Welcome to...
Hello everyone, welcome, Merry Christmas. There's a lovely smooth shot. I love this shot.
Live on YouTube. The one, the only.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Filmmaker Talks live on YouTube. And I do have another guest for us this week. You all will know him. Here he is.
Hello everyone.
Welcome Blueview, how are you today?
Hello everyone, yes, good thanks, how are you?
Welcome
Hello.
Archie.
Hello.
Hello Walter. I'll just turn you around so everyone can see you. How are you Walter? Jordan, how are you movie one?
Hello Lucas, thank you so
Hi.
much for having me on the channel.
To the stream. Hello Josh, how are you? I'll bring him in now, the man himself. Movie book, James. How are you today, James?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
See this
It's
coming.
a very long video, Jake.
With viewer Skype calls and guess the theme tune. Featuring guest appearances from Movie Book, Blueview, Alex Pitt, Film Geek 13, Movie World, and many, many more brilliant Blue Tubers. This is the Filmmaker Talks live on YouTube.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Filmmaker Talks live on YouTube. It's good to be back. How are we all doing today? It's great. It's great to be back. It feels like forever. It's been so long since I've been doing these live streams, and I'm back. Hopefully, as the title alludes to, hopefully I'm back. I didn't want to say that I'm back and then next week not do a live stream, but I'm fingers crossed. We can do some live streams, weekly live streams, for at least the next 2 months. Like I said, hopefully work a few things out. And I'll be bringing on some guests tonight. I'm flying solo, but hopefully the next coming weeks we're going to bring on some new people, some people who have never been on my streams before, and some familiar faces that we all know and love. Alex Pitt, Film Geek 13, Jake Blower. I don't know how the viewership's going to be like because it's been so long. So people might have stuff on. People weren't expecting maybe a live stream today. I didn't really announce it very early on. I kind of just said today I'm doing one. So we'll see how it's like. But yeah, for everyone who can make it, thank you. And we'll begin by looking at some of the comments. So we have Joe Noonan very early on, about 30 minutes early, asking the first question of the evening, have I seen Happy Gilmore? No, but I know what you're on about. Adam Sandler comedy. I have not seen it, but I did see a trailer for the film, but it was re-edited to make it like a horror film. But from what I saw, it looked quite funny. I'm not going to lie. And we've got Archie here, Film 13. I've been looking forward to this. I have as well, Archie. That remind me of the line from Count Dooku in Revenge of the Sith, where he says that. I'm looking forward to this. Well, thank you, Archie. We have Reagan Talks About Movies going, yo. Hello, Reagan. Thank you for joining. And then, yes, the intro, which I'm really glad because I've had ridiculous Wi-Fi problems because the last time I was live, I was actually very lucky to be a guest on Movie Bug's live stream, and it was just terrible because of my connection. It's just embarrassing how bad the Wi-Fi connection can be. So, and for the past couple of times I put this intro in, it's kind of the connection's gone bad. Sometimes the screen has just gone black, it's lagged, but it played perfectly fine, which I'm really happy about. And yeah, Archie's in it. I think I've got everyone who's been a guest with me except for Shane. But I don't, Shane Harrison, he doesn't really do YouTube anymore anyway. So yeah, sorry Shane, but You don't really do YouTube. I wish you did. Got some great videos there, but yeah, it's quite funny as well. Thank you, Joe. We've got the wonderful Mr. Alex Pitts. Thank you, Alex. I'm glad you could join me tonight. And we've got Sam. Hello. Archie. Hello, Lucas. How do you manage to escape Baby Godzilla's cave? That explains everything. Yeah. Oh, Alex, take my money and watch Boogie Nights already. Thank you so much, Alex. I mean, I haven't said this at the beginning because I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm actually currently in self-isolating. That's why we've got an early stream. I was planning on doing the stream in a week, but I'm self-isolating. So I've got literally a full week of nothing. I'm not working, I'm not doing anything. So I've got pretty much no excuse but to watch Boogie Nights. So I'm trying to crack down on some films that I need to get watched. But wow, thank you so much, Alex. Because I own it, and I know Alex alludes to what was put in the group chat. And Alex loves Boogie Nights, and I hear some great things. I'm sure I love it because I love Paul Thomas Anderson. Everything I know about the film, I think I'm going to love. And I own the Blu-ray, and it's meant to be great, and I haven't seen it yet. And I've owned it for probably over a year, the Blu-ray, so I need to watch it. And oh, Archie says he's 20 minutes through. So I'm glad I waited for my parents to leave to watch it. Well, yeah, I know what the film's about, so I think I might watch that at a suitable time when nobody walks through the door. That might be a little awkward, but yeah, thank you so much, Alex, for that. Really didn't need to, but now it's really pushing me to go on and watch Boogie Nights. But there's also loads of films I really want to rewatch. Citizen Kane is one which I really need to rewatch, and some old, not older ones, longer films. I really want to watch some longer films, you know, to take advantage of me self-isolating. But Boogie Nights might be watched in my, you know, for that. But thank you so much, Alex. We've got Hector here. Hello, Hector. How are you doing? It's great to see you. Say hello, Ben. It's great to see you, Wormy. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm glad you could join. Great to see you. Yes, long time no see, but I'm glad you could be here today, Hector. It's great to see everyone again. Lanko as well. Hello, Lanko. Great to see you. Really happy to see you here. And Hector's got a question. He's put, oh, well, not a question. He's put a statement saying he's watched Almost Famous and it's quite fabulous. Yeah, I've heard some great things about it. I think Alex is also a big fan of Almost Famous. I haven't seen the film. I know of it. I know kind of what it's about and things. And I've yet to watch it. It's on Amazon Prime, so I will be watching it eventually. There's a new, lovely HMV Cine edition of the film coming out. So if I watch it on Amazon Prime and like it, I might buy the Cine edition. Frances McDormand's in it. She's one of my favorite actresses. I love her. So that's all the more reason. So yeah, Joe. Oh, and Archie. Archie, thank you for your amazing. Thank you for being amazing. You really don't have to do this. Wow. Two legends here. And not to say that people who are not donating are not legends. It's just that these guys are just going the extra mile. It's not compulsory, but they just choose to because they're amazing. Thank you so much, Archie. So really kind. So many comments here. Hello, everyone. It's great. And I was shocked at how many, well done with doing the views. Joe says, what franchise do you prefer? Mission Impossible 007, James Bond all the way. Even though I love Mission Impossible, I have more nostalgia for Bond. There's so many more films for Bond. There's so much more about Bond. There's not as many films for Mission Impossible, even though I love Mission Impossible. Fantastic action franchise, but I like Bond a lot more. Plus, Bond's British. I'm British, so it's quite nice for that. And Bond's just, I think, a lot bigger, a massive thing. So yeah. Oh man, hello. How's it hanging? It's hanging very well, thank you. I hope it is for you as well. Wormy's put in. How do I send you something? Well, if you're talking about subscriber mail, which you really don't need to do, trust me, save your money. Then reach out to me on Instagram or Twitter and we can arrange something. But if you're talking about the super chat, it is available. There's a little kind of money sign next to where you put your comments in. So yeah, but you really don't have to. But thank you for actually just having the thought to do that. Just says, have you bought Game of Thrones 4K box set? No, I haven't. It's a lot of money. I do like the show quite a bit, but I haven't bought it. And I do believe, I think I've got Sky as well. I'm pretty sure Game of Thrones is on Sky. So yeah, it's on there if I want to watch it. Even though it's digital, I might go and buy the Blu-ray box set, or if it's a really good price on 4K, I might buy that. But I'm not too fussed about buying complete series on box sets. I don't really do shows. I do have Breaking Bad on Blu-ray, the whole show. That's because I won it from Big Paulie. But yeah, I'm not too fussed about buying complete shows on Blu-ray, 4K, whatever. But I have seen Game of Thrones and I enjoy it. So I might, if it's at a good price. But who's to say I'm even going to rewatch it? I might rewatch a few good episodes. So it's, I don't know, maybe. Hector says, I was severely disappointed with Woman in the Window. I don't know how they managed to butcher the book quite badly. Yeah, Woman in the Window was very poor. Very bad film. Let's just move on. That we've got Emma in the chat. Hello, Emma. Can't stay for long, but I thought of one question. Emma, you are fantastic for questions, so I can't wait for this. It's, what is one film you don't like or love from a genre you usually love, and one film you really love from a genre you generally don't? Again, it's an excellent question. What is the one film that I don't like or love from a genre I usually love? Well, I do like crime. So probably, what was like a crime film that I was really anticipating that wasn't great? Because I love Goodfellas and The Godfather. They're two of my favorite films of all time. So kind of like crime, mafia, gangster films. I'm just looking here on just the crime drop down, because there's quite a lot of crime films that are just really terrible. Like, what was one that I watched? Oh yeah, the one by Luc Besson. Is it called The Family? That was really bad. Oh, Inherent Vice. Yeah, I thought I was really going to like Inherent Vice, Paul Thomas Anderson, because it was kind of like compared to The Long Goodbye, Altman's The Long Goodbye, which I really like a lot. Yeah, I like it a lot. Running around my words here, but yeah, I thought I was going to like Inherent Vice because it was compared to The Long Goodbye, which I said I like. And I like Paul Thomas Anderson as one of my favorite film directors, and it was kind of like he's like a private detective and things, and it's quite psychedelic and things. It's set in the 70s, drug fueled kind of thing, quite interesting. But it was terrible. Well, not terrible. It was terrible for Paul Thomas Anderson. It was mediocre at best. It was just not great. Just looking at other films. Yeah, probably go with that. That was a real letdown for me. Great question. And then the second part to your question, probably romance, which would be the Before trilogy or Portrait of a Lady on Fire. So that was 4 films for you there. Sam says, have you seen Alan J. Pakula? Is that how you say his last name? Pakula? Clute. Watched it today and it seems right up your alley. Gordon Willis, cinematography and all. Plus the Criterion is excellent. The Jane Fonda interview is incredible. No, I haven't. I own it. I've got the Criterion Blu-ray, Sam. But yeah, I haven't seen it, but I own the film. I'm ready to watch it whenever I can, because that is the first film, part of Pakula's kind of, I think it's called his Paranoia trilogy. It's kind of, the films aren't connected in storyline, but they're connected in the themes of paranoia, political paranoia. So that was his 1971. It was the first film, part of that trilogy. Second film was a recent film that I watched, which I loved, The Parallax View, which is 1974, I believe, or 1973. And then 1976, All the President's Men. And I've seen all of them except for Clute. And I know Donald Sutherland's in that as well, I'm pretty sure. And Gordon Willis is a genius and he's fantastic. So yeah, I haven't seen it, but I own it and I can't wait to watch it. Movie Line, hello Movie Line, glad to see you. Leo, hello Lucas, hope you're doing well. Sucks being in isolation, I hope you're doing as best as you can. I'm fine, I tested myself, I'm negative, but I've still got to isolate. Someone who got on the same bus as me tested positive. But the government literally say the testing is not 100% accurate, I guess, is, it's got a few silver linings, but it was a bit of a downer. Someone saying hello to Movie Line. I was so close to watching Pulp Fiction for the first time last night, but I had to get up early this morning. Oh, what an experience. Look forward to your experience for that. That would be great. Hopefully you enjoy it. It is a fantastic film. Enjoy it, and correct that immediately, because some crazy cinephiles out there will yell at you and scream at you because you haven't seen Pulp Fiction. I won't, but people will. Got Jake here. Hello. Apologies for being late. Great to see you back. Watched anything recently? No problem at all, Jake. No need to apologize. But thank you for joining me. Thank you very much. And you ask, have I watched anything? Well, I watched a film. I've only seen one film today because I was editing and recorded my recent video that I did, so I didn't have much time for actual watching any films. But I did watch the Yakuza Sidney Pollack film with Robert Mitchum, which wasn't. It was fine. And Alex puts, what films are you looking forward to most in July? If we're talking cinema releases, I don't even know what's coming out in July, if I'm honest with you. I don't think I know is Black Widow's coming out in July, so I guess I'll have to say that. But I don't know what else is coming out in July. Help me out here, someone. That's the only film I know that's coming out in July. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Black Widow because that's the only one now. We've got Harry's Movie Channel. Hello, thank you for joining me, Harry. Oh, I would say we've got Future Boy here. I know Jordan can't stay for long, so thank you very much for joining, my friend. He says, sorry I'm late, just uploading a video. No problem at all, my friend. Thank you for joining me for the amount of time that you can. Suicide Squad is out in July, says Jake. I'm pretty sure that's August. Jungle Cruise, I'm not looking forward to Jungle Cruise very much. Not really. It looks okay, I'll probably watch it, but nah. But I'm pretty sure Suicide Squad is August. Maybe August or really late July, but last I heard it was August. I'm probably wrong, but I'm not sure. Where was I? Oh yeah, I think it was it. Like I says, I watched Al Pacino's new movie called American Traitor. Apparently it was not really good, though his performance was amazing. So the acting is good, but the movie isn't good. Yeah, I think I saw that on your Letterboxd, Lanko. I don't know if I'll watch that. I might give that one a miss. I'm not a massive Pacino fan. I know you're a massive Pacino fan, so I know you'll watch anything if he's in it. And he is a fantastic actor. I love him. But I don't think I'm that extreme to go and watch that. Maybe. I probably won't. We've got Booby Line saying, have I watched In the Heights yet? No, I haven't. I just haven't been around to a cinema to watch it, so yeah, and I've lost access to HBO Max. If I had HBO Max, I would have watched it by now. Because I used to have it, because I used to be sharing it with someone I knew with their password, but they got rid of their account, so they got rid of my account. You know, not personally to me, but they just wanted to get rid of their subscription. So yeah, I don't have HBO Max anymore to use at my leisure, which is a kind of a good thing, just because there's so much to watch on there. So that it gave me so much more to watch, and it was just like I was just watching constantly stuff on streaming that was meant to be leaving. Got kind of ridiculous, even though it was very useful because it had so much stuff. But then again, sometimes it can become very overwhelming. But it was useful for the time I had it. Maybe I'll get it back. I could pay for it because I'm using a VPN, but I don't know. It's quite a bit of money, and I'm already paying for Criterion Channel as well. So you know. And I want to keep Criterion Channel. And I'm also paying for Mubi and Prime, I think, and maybe something else on my phone. So it's like money every month. But yeah, no, I haven't seen it yet, but I will watch it. It says, do you plan on getting the novelization of... I do. I definitely do. I don't know why I didn't pre-order it, but I will be getting it, definitely. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is one of my favorite films of all time. As soon as I heard they were doing a novel of it, I was there. I'm definitely buying that book. It looks fantastic. Okay, what are you putting in here, Archie? I give you that under a condition. Grimsby is now $2.99 in most HV, so hurry up to your local. Oh, come on, Archie. Don't do this to me. Langer says, do you like rap? Eminem is my favorite. I don't. I'm not a fan of rap. No, not a fan. Langer says, question, what do you think should have won for Best Actor? Marlon Brando for On the Wall or Turashi Minfu for Seven Samurai? That's a hard one because both performances are fantastic. I don't know. Maybe I'm going for. Is it Mifune? I think that's it. Might go for Mifune. Toshio. Yeah. I don't know. Brando was great on the waterfront, but I think Mifune is more memorable in that film. Alex says, "Will you have watched all of Breaking Bad by the end of 2021?" I hope so. I still haven't watched much. I'm sorry, Alex. I need to. My brother watched it. He finished the whole show in about 2 weeks. That's all he did, just watch Breaking Bad for 2 weeks, and I'm still on like quarter away through season 2. So yeah, I hope so because it's good. But I don't have time. I'm trying to watch Loki as well. I watched the first episode of Loki when it came out. Then today I literally watched the second episode of Loki and like quarter way through the third episode. There's just so much content, so much Marvel stuff. It's just getting ridiculous. You know what I mean? There's so much just to catch up on. The story's just going in crazy directions with time and multiverses. It's hard to keep up with what's going on. Have you seen a film called My Girl? No, I haven't. Is this another Adam Sandler comedy? Never even heard of it. My Girl. Oh no, it's from what it seems to be. It's a film with Macaulay Culkin in, like a really young Macaulay Culkin, and Dan Aykroyd and Jamie Lee Curtis and Griffin Dunn. Wow. No, I haven't seen that. Alex Butts, I watched The Mitchells versus the Machines earlier. I hated the trailer, so I wasn't looking forward to it, but I love the film. It is a great film. I was pleasantly surprised by it as well. It is a fun time. It's inventive. It's funny. It's heartfelt. It's great. So I completely agree, Alex. I thought the trailers looked fine. It looked like kind of the fine, passable animated film. It wasn't. It had something going for it. Alex puts, will your June film diary be out soon? Well, yeah, I mean, well, because obviously we're still in June, but tomorrow's July, so I might do that because I didn't do one for May, did I? And I watched considerably less films than I usually do throughout the year because it was like 80, 70 films per month. But now I think I'm on like 40 because I've had work in college and, you know, I haven't had time to watch films that I usually would because we were in lockdown and things. So I guess the workload for that video will be cut down because of less films watched. So I could do that video because I know a lot of people liked it, and there was just so many films for May that I watched, and I just didn't do it. I didn't have time to even record it, and it was just a massive workload. So I might do that. Yeah. Sarah puts, I recently discovered the following. Christopher Nolan's first film has a Criterion release in the US. I hope it will be put out in the UK as well. So do I. I will some point be picking that up in the US. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting just to buy the Blu-ray from Criterion, even though I hear it's not too great, but I'll buy it. Yeah. Lanka says, do you like Lee J. Cobb? He's amazing in 12 Angry Men. Yes, I do like Lee J. Cobb, and he's amazing in 12 Angry Men. Jake says, he's getting his first Criterion this week. So happy to finally have it. I'm so happy for you, Jake. That's great. That's great news. Yeah. What is it? Tell us. Yeah, well done. Finally. That's great. We've got the Movie Geek here. Hello. I think it's Bernardo, is it? Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, Movie Geek, because I know you commented on my video earlier today. But hello and thank you. Thank you for joining in. Lango says, my father met Dustin Hoffman in 1994. No, I did not know that, Lango. How did he end up meeting Dustin Hoffman? Wow, really lucky. Wimmy says, okay, just a man. It's just a Blu-ray. Just messaged you. That is fine. Does it come up? Is it on here? I don't know did you message me on Twitter perhaps? Yes, I think you did. Yes. Thank you very much for that, Wormy. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Joe says, I was really close to watching the Pink Panther for the 5th time last night, but I was at CX at 8. Wow, and which Pink Panther would it be? Hopefully it is the Peter Sellers one, which is the best one. Even though I have, to be fair, I haven't seen the remake with Steve Martin, I think, but does not look anywhere as good as Peter Sellers one. Peter Sellers one, the original one from, I think it was 66. So good. Could have been earlier. I've already said hello to you, Jordan. Movie Geek says, I am planning to watch The Cranes Are Flying soon. Yeah, I hear that is a great film. I don't own it. It does have a Criterion Blu-ray. I think it's on Criterion Channel, I'm not sure, but I'm planning on watching it at some point. Amma says, I love Pulp Fiction, saw it a month or two ago, quite hilarious and thrilling at the same time. I agree, it is, it's really funny. It's actually really funny. I crack up at many moments in that film. Yeah, it is, it's a great time. Nomad says, best film ever made in your opinion? It's a loaded question, Nomad. I don't think there is a single greatest film ever made, but one film that comes to mind right now is Lawrence of Arabia. It's one of the greatest films ever made. It's just everything you want for a film to be and more. It's expertly made. It's just sublime in every way, from the score to the acting to the editing to the whole thing. It's epic in every definition of the word. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to come up with a list of my top 10, and I've seen people do top 100 greatest films ever made. I'd love to one day get that done, a top 100 great, in my opinion, the greatest films ever made. And I've started, it's a private list on Letterboxd, and it's only got Lawrence of Arabia in at the moment because that is the only film. I guess I would also say Godfather Part 2. I don't watch it again, but probably say Godfather Part 2. I love other films that I probably just want to rewatch before I say that statement. What else is there? Maybe Barry Lyndon as well. Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot that I need to just, what does that mean? Greatest film ever made? Are we talking about, the film, the context, its influences, what it's done for cinema, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because something, it can be incredibly, like Citizen Kane, for instance, it can be incredibly, influential and massive and game-changing, but, that doesn't de facto make it the greatest film ever made, because it's my opinion. Do I enjoy that film to watch? Is it entertaining enough? You know what I mean? Anna says, no way, I thought Suicide Squad was coming out later on this year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure July, August. Hector's put Space Jam 2, The Green Knight from A24. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully that's the same for the UK. Old, I'd like to watch, but the trailer looked dodgy, didn't look great. Green Knight, I'd love to watch as well, so probably say those two as well. Joe says, say hello to my little friend, Al Pacino classic. Yeah, from Scarface. It's a classic line that he says in the film. He says, Jungle Cruise looks more a rainy day rental type of flick. Yeah, it looks okay. Looks like a bit of fun, I guess, but nothing I'm anticipating greatly. We've got Steve here. He says, hi, Lucas. Just editing my latest Criterion video. We're going up tomorrow. Really busy editing short film Feet of Clay. Well, Steve, good luck with both editing. I can't wait to watch your video. Yeah, I can't wait. I love those videos, so I'll be definitely watching that. And your short film, will it be going up on your channel? I'd like to watch it if possible. Put down Loki and watch Boardwalk Empire. Is this another show people are recommending to me now? I've never even heard of Boardwalk Empire. I'm sorry, Jordan. Jay puts, hey man, just recently found your channel. Enjoy watching your stuff. I'm happy to see you're still going strong making videos. By any chance, do you have any plans on another short film? I do, kind of. Because I was in a very interesting space when I finished my recent short film, A Conversation, because I kind of like, I have these ideas, but they can't be made at the moment because of scheduling, cast, stuff like that. And I thought, well, literally for my college course, I have to make a short film. So there's no point in making a short film with, massive thing, a cast, blah, 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 blah. And then also making another one for, I feel like my next short film should be the one for my final major, that goes towards a grade as well. You know what I mean? It's actually not only for my own artistic fulfillment, it's also going towards a grade, which will then hopefully get me into some kind of university. So I do have an idea for a film. Well, I've got, because there's Blood in the Trees, which I've been talking about for ages. Literally, it's been, the development of this, for the film Blood in the Trees has been going on for over a year. I've written many drafts of the screenplay. I've got notebooks filled with stuff on it. One day that film will get made. I have an idea for a short version of that film and a feature-length version of that film. It'll get made at some point because I love the idea. So it might not get made in the next year or 2 years. Could be 5 years. Could be at university. Could be, I don't know when. But I want to get it made. But I do have an idea potentially for my college project, and this, if we're talking time scale, it's going to be like 2022, early 2022. You'll be seeing this, so it's going to be a long way off. But I'm developing it in my head now because we don't have to do anything with this. We've got to, the project begins January 2022. So for some students, they're going to start thinking about it January 2022. I'm thinking about it now. I've been thinking about it for a couple of months. This idea. So I'm going to start developing it right now, seeing if I can actually make this thing. And it all depends on bloody COVID, with actors and things. So I was lucky enough to escape doing a conversation with 2 actors. This film's going to include more actors, more locations, because it's going to be a 10 to 15 minute long short film. And I want it to feel not only, I don't want it to feel rushed, but I want it to have a big scale to it. You know what I mean? I don't want it to feel like an intimate 15-minute film, like a slow one. But I don't want it to feel kind of clunky. That's the right word. I don't want it to feel clunky. It needs to feel big and bold with a good scale in all the right ways, but also focusing on it. It's going to be quite hard to pull off. I'm really, it's going to be the best thing I've ever made. I'm thinking, God, if I don't pull this off, this could be a big, fiery mess that I'm thinking of here. I just hope I pull it off. It's all on me to pull the damn thing off if I can. Yeah. I don't know if you want me to tell you the story. I don't even know if I'm ready to tell the story. I don't even know if this film's going to get made. It's just ideas at the moment. I don't want to put pen to paper or finger to keyboard in a sense. I might ditch it, but I quite like it. If anything, if I have another idea that's better than that one, then that idea will then become the new idea. But for now, this idea is the idea, and could be a new one. But for now, I'm running with this because I like it. I'm fascinated by it, so it's probably going to get made because it's something I'm fascinated by. Anyway, is this again Harry? Oh no, that was Jay. Thank you for the kind words as well, Jay. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Harry puts, what would you say is the weakest film from any director you would consider a favourite? Well, for starters, it would be Kubrick, Fear and Desire. Scorsese, I think it would be Kundun or either New York be his weakest. I think it was. I don't want to be quoted on that because I've seen all of his films. Scorsese. What have I put which is weakest film? Go on my ranking. He's made so many. I can't. Kubrick's only made he hasn't even made 20. I'm tapping on. There we go. Come on. This is taking ages to load. Come on, I'm gonna have to use my data. Right. Oh yeah, Boxcar Bertha actually. Yeah, really early film from him. That would be his weakest. Oh, Alex, come on. You are just so good. Thank you so much, Alex. Wow, you really, really don't have to. I'm just on the way to a friend's house, but I would definitely watch no problem, Alex. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a great member of the. Oh, thank you very much, Alex. Thank you also for being a great member of the community. Thank you. Wow. But thank you for stopping by for as long as you could, and have a good time at your friend's house. And thank you so much for this super chat. Gosh, such a nice guy. When did we pick up from? Wow, Alex. Joe puts, I can watch an entire TV show in a day. I have loads of time. Yeah, I'm more of a film guy myself, but yeah. He also puts, it's a good film, My Girl, but people hate it. My Girl is underrated. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get around to that one. Hello, Dan. How you doing? Great to see you. Oh, Jake, I'm finally pulling the trigger on getting The Irishman. Good choice. Good choice. Fantastic film and a fantastic addition from Criterion. Joe says Lucas is like the mayor of 12 Angry Men. What? There's not even a mayor in 12 Angry Men. They're all jurors, and then no one's a mayor. I don't get that. Lanka says he met Justin Hoffman in a restaurant when my father served him wine. Hoffman said thank you. My father said you're welcome. Oh, so your father was probably a waiter then, and Hoffman just happened to be eating in that restaurant. That's a great story. Jordan says I get my first Criterion today as well. Night of the Living Dead. This is it, people. Get your Criterions. You can't get enough of them. And a good choice as well, Geordie. It's a good film, and even Joe, it's a classic, first zombie film. Yeah, and Lanko put, I made a list of the greatest movies of all time. I think I've seen it, Lanko, but have you seen all those films on that list? So I don't know if you have. And 2001, how could I bloody forget that? Of course, one of the greatest films ever made. Jake says, have you seen the James Bond documentary, Everything or Nothing? No, I haven't. Is that the one on George Lazenby? I know there is a documentary on George Lazenby. There's a few. This is a recent one, but I haven't seen that. Everything or Nothing. Type that up. Or Nothing. Is that the one I'm on? I think that's just a general thing on old Bond, isn't it? Yeah, it's all on Bond because I know there's one on Lazenby. Jason's Book is a great gangster TV series produced by Matt. Really? I did not know that. Wow. Thank you, Jake, for letting me know about that. Harry says, have you seen Bottle Rocket? Recently bought the Criterion release. I have. I quite like it. It's Wes Anderson's directorial debut. It's good. I quite enjoyed that one. Wormy says, if you're going to watch a TV show, I'd recommend Raised by Wolves, produced by Ridley Scott. Yeah, that's been recommended to me before. I've heard of that. There's so many things, Raised by Wolves, Boardwalk Empire. I want to watch The Sopranos because my parents love that show. Breaking Bad. I might get to them at some point, or maybe not. So Jodie, gotta pop off work. Thank you so much, Jordan. Really appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by for however long you could have. If I got this, are you into series of films? Definitely films. I am really plowing through these comments quite quickly. I'm almost reached the end. Dan says, have you seen any of the films by Shane Meadows? I haven't. No, I have not seen any of his films, unfortunately. But I will be getting around to them because I hear he's a great director. He's done some great British films. I need to get on that and watch them. Harry has put in, do you like Mad Max films? I don't know if you heard that, guys. I got a notification. I've only seen Fury Road. I've seen half of the first one, and I've seen Fury Road. I enjoyed Fury Road, but I watched it years ago. I think I actually owned the original Mad Max trilogy on DVD. So there will be a point where I watch the original Mad Max trilogy and then watch Fury Road again because I haven't seen it in ages. So yeah. Bemper, what are your thoughts on Trainspotting, and which films do you prefer? The first. I really like Trainspotting. It's great. Really well directed, paced. I love the soundtrack to it. It's very horrific, but also it's just very stylish, which I like about it as well. I love the framing of certain things, the blocking of people, echoing kind of like is it heroin they're taking the film as if you're a rock star, because the music they use in the film and the way it's framed as if like a lot of the shots look like album covers from rock stars. So I like that a lot. I prefer the first one a lot more than the second. Lanka says, do you agree with Cinefix 100 movies of all time? I don't know if I've watched that. I do follow Cinefix. They're a fantastic YouTube channel. Cinefix are brilliant. So I don't know. What did they name the number one greatest film? Citizen Kane or Godfather? It'll be one of the two, probably. But yeah. And I've actually gotten to the end of the comments, which is, well, actually, no. But I'm at the bottom, which is really, I'm not used to this. And the views have been going up and down quite nicely. Gone to 20, we're on 10 now, so it's, you know, it's fine. Dan put, besides Trainspotting, what's your favorite Danny Boyle film? Probably Steve Jobs. I really love Steve Jobs. At one point, it was one of my favorite films of all time. I haven't seen it in ages. Kate Winslet is fantastic in that. I love Kate Winslet. And Michael Fassbender. And the other guy, is it Michael something? He was in Call Me By Your Name, and he was also in A Serious Man by the Coen Brothers. I forget his name. I've got Benny puts, what's your favourite Tarantino film and favourite Nolan film? Favourite Tarantino would be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. My favourite Nolan would be The Dark Knight, I think. Yeah. I love Dark Knight is good. I haven't seen it again in ages. About a year, I guess. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is just one of my favourite films ever. Love that film. I really also, second is Pulp Fiction. Third is Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown is fantastic as well. What's the most boring film you've ever seen? It's a good question. Well, here's one, which I caught the middle of it. It's a bit of a story for you. So I'm walking home from work. It's about 11 o'clock at night because that's the time I finish. And I just call my mum and say, you know, I'm coming back. And she's just got, you know, like how after the news, usually BBC, if you live in the UK, they have a film on. And my mum just says, I'm watching a film. It's one of the worst films I've ever seen. I'm like, really? What is it? And she says, I don't know, but it's one of the worst films ever. I'm like, what is it about? Is it like I thought it'd be something crazy and absurd, like a crazy horror or a comedy. And I'm like, what is it? She says, I don't know, but it's awful. It's got Anthony Hopkins and Brad Pitt in. And I'm like, what film could this be? So I get home. I think they feed me well where I work. I put my pizza in the oven. And I said, you know, what's it about? And she just says, it's the most boring thing ever. And I'm like, what could this be? So she goes, but and I try and figure out what's going on in this film because I'm watching it. It could be towards the end, it could be towards the beginning, it could be in the middle. And I'm trying to figure out how, you know, I've never done it before. So I thought, okay, let me try and figure out what's going on while I eat my pizza. I didn't know, I couldn't figure it out, but it was just so boring because it's just the way that it's just like they were just talking. They were just constant, just talking about nothing. Like it was like they're in suits in Anthony Hopkins' like house or something. And the transitions between scenes are just so poor because there's no music. So it's so flat throughout the entire thing. And I didn't watch much of it. I looked it up afterwards just to see what it was. I don't even know what film I think it's called Meet Joe Black. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. And it's 3 hours long if I were to watch the whole thing. It's directed by Martin Brest, who went on to do Scent of a Woman, which fine. Beverly Hills Cop, and he did Midnight Road De Niro. But yeah, it was just so terrible. But if we're going to talk about a film that I've actually watched the whole way through that I just find completely boring, probably, I'm just trying to see here, average rating lowest. Go on Letterboxd, see if they can help me out. What was one? Maybe The Last Thing He Wanted with Ben Affleck and a great cast. It was just really boring. Trying to think here. Yeah, or How It Ends with Forrest Whitaker. Yeah, that film, How It Ends with Forrest Whitaker, and someone called Theo James, which you have never heard of. That is actually it. How It Ends. Don't watch it. It's a horrible Netflix film. I don't think I even watched the full thing. Stay away. It's boring as hell. I mean, my review literally says this is so boring. Sleeping emojis. So there's your answer. Anka says, but I hate Empire's 500 movies. They included Last Crusade. Okay. I mean, the fourth. Well, they are talking about 500 films, Lanko. And Last Crusade isn't bad. I mean, I'm sure if I had to draw up a list containing 500 films of the greatest films ever made, maybe that film might pop up on there, because 500 films is a lot of films, and it's not a bad fit. It's great. It's so good, actually. It's great. Oh, what? Oh, I meant the fourth Indiana Jones film, not Last Crusade. Oh, I don't even read that properly. They included Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now that okay. Now I'm with you. Sorry, I'm with you now. Dan puts thoughts on Greek filmmaker Yorgos Lanthimos. He's done some interesting work. I watched The Lobster, which I thought was great. I'm not a fan of The Favourite. I really am. I'm not a fan. I find that I'm not. Just doesn't work for me. But I think he does some interesting stuff. I've yet to watch his film Dogtooth and The Lobster, but I look forward to what he does next. He's a really interesting filmmaker. He's working with some great actors: Colin Farrell, Olivia Colman, Rachel Weisz, Nicole Kidman as well. So yeah, he works with the right people, and he's very interesting style, which I enjoy. Harry's put, do I like The Wolf of Wall Street? Is that coming? Yep. Yeah, I do. Oh, it's gone off. There we go. I do. I really like The Wolf of Wall Street. It's one of Scorsese's best films. It's great. It really is good. Yeah, I can't believe I've actually reached the end of the comments. This is a first for me. Feels weird. We're not even an hour in yet, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, maybe more people turn up, maybe more comments will flood in. I don't think I'm going that fast. I did give some quite long answers to a lot of the comments. I'll just go on here on this other tab. I'm just looking here. Because this other tab up here shows me, this is the YouTube studio telling me some stats on the actual stream. Go off that. Yeah, we've got 8 people watching, so hello everyone who's watching. Thank you for being here. Now 9 people. Oh, we've got a question here. Arman, he says, have you seen the film River of No Return with Marilyn Monroe and Robert Mitchum? It's quite good. I haven't, no, but Marilyn Monroe, great cast already. Who directed it? Anyone notable? But sounds good. I'll look it up. River of No Return. Oops, I hate stupid typos. River. No. Return. Yeah, it's Otto Preminger. Yeah. Very yeah. I like to watch list because what's good about Letterboxd is when you add something to your when you add something to your watch list, it tells you when the film is available on your favorite streaming services. So then I'll know if it's available on whatever movie or something. We've got James Halliday. Hello. I'm very well, thank you, James. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. But I want to watch a few more. Marilyn Monroe films. She's a good actress. I just really want to watch more films in general. Anything. Oh, I missed a few comments. Sorry, I didn't realize that. I've got Steve. This is just waiting for pickup on South Street. Then I'll have the Criterion 2021 releases. Yeah, isn't that the what's his name? The guy. I actually own one of his films. He did Shock Corridor. That would probably be his most famous film. It's Samuel Fuller, the new Samuel Fuller film in the Criterion Collection. Yeah, it is. I need to watch some Samuel Fuller films because I haven't yet, and I hear great things. So yeah, I probably won't pick that up. Not yet, anyway. Dan, his classic question: what's on the watch list tonight? I'm not sure, actually. I've got a few. Maybe you can help me out here, Dan. I might be watching, depending on what time the stream finishes, I might be watching The Big Feast or the Le Grande Buffet by Marco Ferrari, the 1973 film. I might be watching Donnie Darko, which loads of people recommended to me. I might be watching Ring, the original Japanese one from 1998. Or I might watch Audition, yes, the Takashi Miike film, that film, Audition. These are just films leaving on Mubi. Or I could watch my first Eric Romer film, either The Aviator's Wife, The Green Ray. Probably not Pauline at the Beach, because that's a very summery film, and I want to watch that when it's warm and hot and nice and warm outside. But yeah, those are the possible. Or maybe Cecil B. Demented by my John Waters. I've never seen anything from John Waters. So yeah, those are kind of the contenders. Okay, where am I? Harry, have you seen the Oceans? I think they're great. I really have a fun time with them. I love Ocean's 11. Such a great film. I just love the cast. It's so fun to watch, but I haven't seen the sequels in quite some time. I'm not going to be rewatching Ocean's 8 in a long time. But 12 and 13, I might be revisiting at some point. But yeah, I remember watching this as a kid. Well, I guess I don't know how old I was. Probably 10 or something, or maybe 11 or 12. It was the first film actually where I heard the F word. It was Ocean's 11, and my mum, I think she didn't realize. I think she forgot that was in there. And as soon as it was said, "Do not say that word," that was the first film I heard it in. A bit part of my innocence was broken in that moment. I just felt, a bit of Lucas's 12-year-old innocence just destroyed. Well, it must have not been 12 because people were saying the F word when I was in like year 6. Must have been like 10 or maybe even 9. I think I must have been 10 at least. 10. Yeah. Wait, am I on this question? So yeah, I think I answered that, but then Ben's put something here. Have you seen an unlimited? If you had an unlimited budget to make a film, which actors would you use and what genre of film would you make? It's a good question. What actors would I use? I don't know really, because a lot of my favorite actors who I'd love to work with are dead, so that doesn't help. But I made a list of some of my favorite actors because I keep on forgetting them, even though they're my favorite. Because I really wouldn't want to work with De Niro. I think it'd be just too intimidating. Like all the big guys, they're all big actors. I'd love to have worked with Harry Dean Stanton or Henry Fonda, but they've passed. I'd love to work with Toni Collette. Or Laura Dern, or Frances McDormand, even though I don't know. Actually, it would be very intimidating with Frances McDormand. Maybe even Laura Dern. I just feel like Toni Collette would be a really nice, warm, and welcoming person. Not that Frances McDormand wouldn't be, but she's just like, Frances McDormand, my favorite actress ever, 3-time Oscar winner. And she says what she means as well. So, yeah. But I'm thinking like somebody like maybe a bit low level that I could work with, could get along with and talk with and collaborate with. I'm not sure. I'm just looking. Maybe Winona Ryder. I'd love to work with Winona Ryder. Just trying to think of maybe someone I'd really get along with well, but I don't even know who these people are. I can't really think of anyone proper, but it's a great question. And what genre? I don't know. Whatever interests me. I don't do genres. I just do what I want to do. I don't work within a genre. I just work within what interests me. Steve says, I finally got 8.5. Was lucky to get a good deal on eBay. I've been after it for ages. Are you not picking up the Essential Fellini box set, Steve? Or are you just buying? Did you just buy the film individually? Yeah. Jake says, I've got some more Criterions I'd like. Scorsese shorts, great. I'd recommend getting that. Fisher King. I haven't seen that. 5 Easy Pieces, definitely get 5 Easy Pieces. Great film. Same with Easy Rider. Hopefully I can get them after my birthday in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I definitely recommend 5 Easy Pieces. It's really good, actually. It's a nice little small film. Role for Nicholson before he was big. Same with Easy Rider, but he plays a more smaller role. Easy Rider's really great as well. Counterculture film. It's very kind of radical. The new Hollywood kind of era. That new wave of films coming out in the late 60s. So those are the two great shouts, and two, like I said, early performances by Jack Nicholson. So yeah, but I haven't seen Fisher King, so I can't say on that. But it's directed by Terry Gilliam, who's usually pretty good. So yeah. Steve says Le Grande Illusion Renard is now that's a good film. Le Grande Illusion. Oh yes, I know what you mean. I know the one you mean. That is the first film that isn't it? That's the first one that came out. The first Spy Number One on Criterion, isn't it? I'd love to watch that and buy it. Dan says thoughts on Steven Soterberg. I like him. I'm looking forward to his new film, which comes out this week in the US and HBO Max territory. So I really want to watch that. That looks great. I enjoy him as a filmmaker. I like what he does because sometimes he can be not so great, even when he's like hired to direct the Oscars. But like when he did the thing with the iPhone with Claire Foy in Unsane, I thought was great. Not too much of a fan of his other one, High Flying Bird. Yeah, and I need to watch a few more of his films, like is it Sex, Lies and Videotape? One of his early films. That looks interesting. I'd like to get more into his films because there's a lot I haven't seen because he makes films a lot. But from what I've seen, he's good. Not a favourite, but he's a good director. We've got is this coming up? Sir, recommend some good movies. Okay, well I can The Night of the Hunter. If you want a more in-depth review on that, you can click on my latest video for the shameless plug. But it is a great film. It's asking me for Rocco and His Brothers. I've just come on my letterbox. That's come up. Rocco's Passion of Joan of Arc, Death in the Garden, Lawrence of Arabia, for crying out loud, one of the greatest films ever made. Late Spring, anything from Chaplin, really. There's so much. I'm just going to overwhelm you with great films. Key Largo, Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall film, isn't it? And John Huston directed it. And what's his name? Edward G. Robinson. And it's a fantastic film. Yeah, go with those films. There's more I could rate. The Parallax View. Parallax View is so good. There you go. Quick fire recommending films. Francis' his favorite is probably. I love her on and off screen. She's phenomenal in anything she does, and she's just great in real life. Have you watched anything with Cameron Monaghan? Is that his name? Monaghan? I don't even anything with it. I'm guessing that's an actor then. Cameron Monaghan. Oh yes. Didn't he play the Joker guy in Gotham? I'm pretty sure he looks. Was he in Gotham? He looks. This is the guy. Then if not, and I've seen him in Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause. It's the only thing I've seen him in, and he's barely done anything. His most popular film is Click, an Adam Sandler comedy with awful reviews. So random question, James. But yeah, if he's the guy, I'm sure you'll correct me if he's not. What do you think is the best criterion in terms of packaging? We're going for individual release, not counting any box sets. I'm going to have to go with either Repo Man. That's just fantastic. Or what else? So you see in the back of my head. It's good, obviously, because Digibook. Digibooks are the best. Mishima, Life in 4 Chapters. Yeah, either that or what was the other one? So many. Magnificent Ambersons or Doctor Strangelove. There's just so many. But those are the ones. I could, Mulholland Drive. Did I say that one? I don't know. Or Blow Up. Yeah. Where are we? Dan says, I'm a big fan of Richard Linklater. I didn't enjoy A Scanner Darkly. Have you seen it? Thoughts? I have seen it, and I didn't enjoy it either. I thought it was pretty not great. No, it didn't click with me. It wasn't great. Yeah. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't really understand what it was going for. It was just a little convoluted and unnecessary. Steve says, I have the box set, but it has its own separate spine. I know I'm allowed. I understand, Steve. I understand. Edgar Wright's new movie looks amazing. I completely agree, Jake. It looks amazing. It's a fantastic word to use. He's just, because I don't think I was able to talk about when the trailer came out because I wasn't doing live streams at that point, but it's pulling from so much stuff that I personally, I mean, Giallo is a bit, 1970s British cinema, horror cinema from, Britain and anywhere in the world really, but mainly Britain because it's a British film. It just looks great. It looks so good. I can't wait for it. Edgar Wright, you're just such a good filmmaker, and he's just like, even listening to him in the Empire podcast, he's just, I don't know if he's on the level of Quentin Tarantino. Film, I don't know, but I'm thinking about the knowledge of cinema is just overwhelming. He just, I mean, if you were to follow him on Instagram and he just posts like piles of Blu-rays he's been watching, it's like, oh my God, you're watching all these fantastic films I've never even heard of, or films that I know of that are meant to be fantastic. And he's, got all of that, and he's an artist, and that's what you do. You watch all this, you channel it into your own work and make it yours, and it becomes great. So I can't wait for that. Oh, cannot wait. That released, I think it's October 22nd, you're getting Last Night in Soho, Dune, and The French Dispatch. It's going to be a long weekend because I cannot pick one out of those three films. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably have to be Last Night in Soho, unless Dune releases like an epic trailer. But I don't know. It depends which one I watch first, because I'll be watching all three in the cinema. James, have you seen anything with Cameron Monaghan? I think he's a really underrated actor. Didn't I already answer that? Yeah, I did up there. Ben says, recently bought Drive on Blu-ray. What's your thoughts on it, as I'm hopefully going to watch it later tonight? It's good. Some people love the film. I know my friend Ethan, he watched it for the first time. It's one of his favourite films. I don't think you'll dislike the film. I think you'll probably enjoy it. I enjoy it. I think it's good, really good, but it's been a long time since I've seen it, a long time. So it hasn't really been calling to me for a rewatch for a very long time. So yeah, but you may love it because it's got a big fan base. Some people love it. It's nice, well shot. It's nice. There we are. Thoughts on The Big Sleep? I haven't seen it. I know, I own it. I own the premium of it, but I haven't seen it yet. Steve says, Cameron Monaghan was a long-running character in the 11 series US Shameless. I think we're also talking about the actor here as well, Steve. Jake, yeah, he was in Gotham as the Joker, but doesn't in the Jennifer one. Oh, really? Yeah, so I thank you, Jake, for that. Dan says, have you seen any of the Universal Monster movies from the 30s, 40s, and 50s? I'm going to say no, but I might have. But I don't think I have. I'm pretty confident I haven't seen any. It's nothing great to be confident about because I probably should watch some of them. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. Here's a good question. Are you planning to pick up any Criterions in the upcoming sale, Barnes & Noble? If so, which title is a must-get? For me, it's Bringing Up Baby. Also, many more titles. I am planning on participating in the Barnes & Noble sale. I've got my list. Is it ready? I will not be getting Bring Up Baby since that is also coming out in the UK. So I'll buy it in the UK. I don't import it. Same with Tarkovsky's Mirror. It's going to be a wild month for July for Criterion, especially for me in the UK, because not only am I going to be able to participate in the Barnes & Noble sale, thanks to my great friend Jordan, because obviously Barnes & Noble don't ship to the UK, so I ship them to Jordan, Future Boy, and he ships them to me because he's a really great guy. Really kind of him to do that. So that's how I'm able to get these imports nice and cheap. Once I'm able to get them, I've got a region-free player, so it's no problem. And I probably could pick all these films up on a normal Blu-ray, but I want them on Criterion because Criterion are just the best. And then I'm also probably going to get Bringing a Baby and Mirror. I might do a Criterion corner episode and eat probably one of the two because they're quite long to do. Didn't mean that to rhyme. And I will be doing like a haul. But I'll tell you one film on my list that's a must get. It's like my most. Where is it? Where's my list? Okay, so how many I've got at the moment? It depends how much money I've got and how much money these films amount to. So films could be added onto this, but I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to buy so loads, break the bank, buy films that I haven't even seen. So quite a few of these I have seen, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 films, technically 8. One of them's not a box set, but a trilogy, kind of. It's a trilogy, isn't it? If you know what I mean, then so I'll give you that one, but I'll also tell you another one. We'll probably go with Rafifi, which I've had my eyes on for so long. I've been wanting to get Rafifi for ages. And there is an Arrow Academy Blu-ray of it here in the UK, but the Criterion cover looks gorgeous. The film's meant to be great, looks right up my alley. So Rafifi, and then that other one that I just alluded to, which you probably could guess, it's a trilogy of films. So yeah, it's not the before trilogy either. I already own that, but it's new-ish. And I'm sure Steve, if he's still here, he'll know this one probably. But yeah, that's on my list so far. Things could be added, but I'm trying to go for films that I've already seen because I've just got so many films that I haven't seen, and then it's just gonna, you know. Oh, yep, that's correct. Is it Bernardo? Sorry, my friend, if I'm getting your name wrong, but I'm sure because I remember you left a comment and put your name, and I'm pretty sure I read it as Bernardo. And if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. Something just dropped. I'll see to that later. And it wasn't. That would have been a good guess as well, though, Dan. The Three Colors trilogy, because that is also on Criterion. I haven't seen any of them, but I will. I'll probably pick that up in the next haul sale thing they do, unless I buy them in this. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll. It depends. Again, how much money I've got because it is payday coming up, and how much money how much money these Criterions I've already got on my list amount to, and if I feel comfortable buying. Because I've also got to pay for shipping, which is another thing. I can't walk to my local Barnes and Noble because unfortunately it's not a thing in the UK. Where was I? I think I skipped past a few comments. I think we're here, aren't we? Have you seen Independence Day? I have. It's not bad. It's a fun blockbuster. Oh, I have a list like you. It's a long list. Jake says, I feel bad because most people think I don't like black and white movies because I don't watch them, but it's not the case. With my Asperger's, I need to see colour, so I really hate not watching. Yeah, I know. I don't know when it was, Jake, but I remember you telling me about why you couldn't watch black and white. I think it was months ago. So, yeah, I guess if you're just comfortable telling people the reason why, you don't have to tell them the reason why. I understand, and I'm sure it's frustrating for you because there's so many fantastic films. Some of the greatest films ever made are in black and white, and it's you're not making that choice. It's not like you going, I don't want to watch them. It's you have to, for I guess it's medical reasons. Yeah, I've got a question though, Jake. If you're comfortable with answering this, say if like I did a video where I did like a funny skit or something, and it was in black and white for the beginning, what would that look like? Would you have to start watching? Is it bad? I mean, you can message me if you want. I mean, I don't want to make you say something publicly you don't want to say. I'm just curious, really, on how that is for you. And I completely understand, mate. And I feel your pain and frustration for that. Because it's like I said, it's not your choice. You're not saying I don't want to do this. there are people out there who will be like, black and white movie, are you kidding me? And then not watch it. Those people are idiots, and just if they say they like films, and obviously they don't because it's dumb. But obviously you know, you're not saying that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Jake. 14 films. I'm looking forward to your haul, Bernardo. Hector says, this year's summer movies don't interest me much, to be honest. I guess fall is where this year's at. It is, actually. I mean, there's loads of films coming out, autumn for us, coming out around that time. There is a film coming on, Sopranos. Yes, there is. I watched the trailer for it. I won't watch the film since I haven't watched the show. Yeah. Joe is back. Hello, Joe. No problem. Bernardo says, you're fine. It's a Spanish name. The Human Condition. Oh, thank you then. I just don't want to be, some people are quite annoyed if I pronounce their names wrong. Human is amazing. I just recently watched them for the first time. I loved it. All right, I've got a question for you, Bernardo. With the Human Condition stuff, because this is always going to be a thing that I've not really known. Is it one film, or because I know there's 3 different films, but are they parts? And on I don't know if you've got Letterboxd, but if you do, did you log it all as one film, or did you log each part by each part? I'm not sure how. Is it all one film? Would you recommend to watch it all in one go? Is it meant to be watched that way, or is it like separate film, like credits, next part, like almost like a sequel in a sense? But I think it was made as one film, if I'm not wrong. But then that'd be kind of similar to Kill Bill, where you can watch Kill Bill Volume 1 and or Volume 2 or whatever. But I just thought, I didn't know if you could clear that up. I have THC. It's in an Amore case, not a digipack. Amore Fifi is an excellent choice. THC, what's it? Oh, The Human Condition. Okay, so it's one giant film, but is a trilogy that has chapters. I watched day by day. And Steve also followed up by saying, there's 3 films made between 1959 and 1961. You can watch them separately. I converted it in my last Criterion video. Yeah, I think I saw that, Steve. So there are 3 films. Is that what you're telling me? Because it was made between that as well. So I guess it. But then Bernardo say it's one giant film. So I'm not sure. October 22nd will be starting with release this year, and happens to be my birthday. Oh, well, you are one lucky guy. I mean, for your birthday, you could literally just do a triple bill of all 3 films. You could be like, listen, guys, sit down with your family or your friends and go, this is what we're doing for my birthday. And they can't argue with you because it's your birthday. Wemi says, is it black and white that's the problem, or is it monochrome? Asperger's maybe could turn the red or green balance. And Jake follows up by saying it's very rare, but it could cause a seizure if I wasn't seasoning in colour, as opposed to being in black and white. And it could cause a seizure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you've got to be very careful then. That's dangerous. It just says, it's like the thing with subtitles. If you, I'd understand if someone doesn't use them due to them being visually impaired or have dyslexia, but those are legit. I completely agree. Yeah. Yeah, but and I talk to some people and they go, oh, subtitles, they go too quickly and things. They rarely do go too quickly. I've watched a few films where they go way too quickly, like The Damned I watched recently. The subtitles are going way too quickly, but usually you're okay. And of course you miss a few, but you don't miss all of them to not know what's going on. Have you picked up anything in the 2 for £15 HMV sale? So far I got 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, Night Moves, Grand Prix, Scarface, Point Blank, and Jason and the, I don't know how I say that. Oh, Arrogance? That's probably wrong. I've picked up 4 films because you know that last year when the sale hit, I went crazy and spent hundreds on the premiums. And so when this sale is, it's like, well, I've kind of got everything I want. But there was 4 films, and I've actually bought these 4 films, but now I've actually seen a couple of others that I might want to buy. But I got 4 films because that's what I thought I only wanted to get, out of the bunch. And I will be probably doing a video on these 4 films that I bought this week, perhaps, or sometime soon. I want to watch all of them and then do a video on them. But excellent choices, Sam. Grand Prix, brilliant film. Scarface, great. Point Blank, great. Night Moves, I have yet to watch, but I hear great things. Yeah, I'll be doing a video on it, Sam, and talking about them. But I've only picked up 4, but then I saw another one that I might want to get, so I might pick up another 2, because then obviously I want to pair them together to get the deal. It says, I feel really dumb when somebody complains about subtitles and refuses to read a screen, even though they use their phones all the time to read tweets and whatnot. That's true. It's very true, Hector, but some people are ignorant and don't. I don't know. I guess it's... I don't really know. I've got this one here. We've got Armin saying, in Edgar Wright's new trailer, Thunderball is seen playing in cinemas. I remember you mentioned that's your favourite Bond film, right? It's one of the favourites. It keeps them going back and forth between either Thunderball or On Her Majesty's Secret Service. But I gasped when I saw the big thing, the poster of Thunderball in the trailer. God, I love you, Edgar Wright. I'm so happy you did that. That was just great to see. But it's one of my favourites. Yeah, I just really love Thunderball. When says, Lucas, have you seen the live action adaptation of what's this? Roni Keshin. There were 3 Netflix, just put out the 4th. No, I've never heard of this. Are these just film or a show? No Greater Love, Road to Eternity, A Soldier's Prayer, separate over 2 discs in the Criterion release. And then we've got, it's a 3-disc set, and Criterion release. So it's 3 discs, so each film is on an individual disc. Because, all right. But I think some subtitle movies be like that. I prefer to watch them at home since I can just rewind and pause them to read if I miss a line of dialogue for a brief second. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess I could have done that, but I don't really like pausing and rewinding things all the time. But that's a fair point. Did I read that? Yeah, and then it got TKD says, what are you going to get 50% off Criterion sale? Well, I've revealed 2 things. I'm going to get Rafifi and the Human Condition. I'll leave the other ones a mystery for now. I may reveal some of them later on, but for now, I'll just tell you those films that I'm going to get. Jake says, when No Time to Die comes out, I'll be doing a ranking of all 25 movies, but also be doing a 007 specific live stream. If you're interested, I will be very interested in joining you, Jake, because I think I'm gonna I like to watch them. I like to watch some Bond films around summertime, so I'm going to be revisiting a few others. In anticipation for No Time to Die, I'll be rewatching a few. I'll rewatching the Craig films and some of my favourites. So definitely, Jake, I will be a part of that because I love Bond, and any opportunity to talk about Bond, I am happy to do so. We've got Zachary saying, the filmmaker, have you seen the online campaign for by Remy Miller to get an early showing of No Time to Die for her dad with cancer? No, I haven't. I have not heard of that. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if they did that for him. That would be really nice. I'm guessing it's picked up some sort of steam because, well, you know, people know about it. You've just told me about it, so it must be quite a big thing. But no, I haven't heard of that. Yeah, interesting. Dan's put, this may seem odd, but have you ever watched a film about the audio? It's something Scorsese has discussed about letting the visuals tell the story. I did it the other day with The Tree of Life. I haven't actually, Dan. How was it? I really want to know your experience. How was that? Have you? But here's the thing, though. have you already seen The Tree of Life? Because then you know what's going on. I don't know if it should be a film that I haven't seen or a film that I've already seen. But then it'd be easy because I know what happens. But it would be, and also it'd be quite, just sat in silence, nothing there in the background to listen to. But did you actually watch the whole thing all the way through? Just no sound. It'd be interesting. And also, have you already seen the film? What was that like? Wormy says, "Oh, it was for Dan. Have you seen Valhalla Rising? Because I haven't. I haven't seen it yet. Sorry, Wormy. I know you like that film. And yeah." Harry says, "I've got to go now for dinner, but thank you very much for the stream. I look forward to the next one." No problem, Harry. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for all the comments and questions. And enjoy your tea. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you later. I remember seeing Infinity War in the theatre, and the speaker system was so bad when it's loud during action scenes, but dialogue sounded muffled. I wish I had subtitles at that point. Yeah, that's not great. Not a great. So you were not at a great cinema then. Yeah. For some reason, I watched The Lion King, the terrible remake. For some reason, when I watched that, it had subtitles, and I don't know why. It wasn't like a special screening where they were showing, so it just had subtitles on. I don't know why. That's the closest thing I had to that experience. Movie Geek, Bernard has got to go. Have a good one, and I can't wait to see what you get in the sale, as I am doing the same, showing what I got in the sale. Gotta love Criterion. You do indeed. I'll be watching that video. Thank you, Bernard. And I will see you again very soon. I have not yet. It's on my watch list. What is your least favourite 007 movie? Probably, it's a bit of an obvious one, but it probably have to be Die Another Day. I think it is Die Another Day. It's a bit an obvious one. Quantum of Solace. I used to defend Quantum of Solace for so long, saying it's not that bad. And then I rewatched it and realised it was actually that bad. I wanted to be that guy defending Quantum of Solace, but yeah, it's Die Another Day. Actually, I ranked Quantum of Solace 21st. Yeah, because A View to a Kill is my second to least favorite Bond film because it's just so boring. Oh, I'm not a fan of Moore. I'm not a fan of Moore. Sorry, not a Moore fan. I just didn't like. It was just so dull, most of it. So with The World Is Not Enough, Quantum of Solace was just a poor film, and then because there's only about 4 bad Bond films. The rest are good because you've got Live and Let Die. I'm sorry, but I just find I'm just not. I don't get connected with Live and Let Die. It's not my thing. Oh, and then Jake says his least favorite is Octopussy. Well, actually, my Octopussy I rank quite high up. I put that 13. So I rank that above You Only Live Twice. I rank that above Moonraker. I rank that above License to Kill. I rank that above The Man with the Golden Gun. I rank that above The Spy Who Loved Me. I mean, you're not a true Bond fan if you don't have a controversial opinion on Bond, because it seems that everyone has a different take on it. What did I put in my review for that film? Did I review it? I did. What did I put? I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think it was just. I put it cool, smooth. I just said the second act was really dull, but the pre-opening title sequence was one of the favorites. The song was okay. Stuff in India was good. Yeah. It's fair share of goofy moments, but like I said, it's mainly the second act that pulls the film down. The third act is great. So much action, suspense. Actually, the third act is great when Q comes in on a hot air balloon. Yeah, I don't mind. I actually quite like Octopussy. We will save the Bond talk for Jake's stream. Where was I? Here we are. Prime example of letting visuals tell the story. I'm guessing you're talking about Valhalla Rising. Actor says, I wish there's a version of movies like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom where you can watch them with just the score and sound effects without having to hear the awful dialogue. That'd be interesting to watch, I'd say. Dan says, I have seen The Tree of Life many times, but with a film like The Tree of Life was surprisingly good as the narration is ambiguous. I watched it without audio. Okay. Paul is here. Hello, Lucas. Just on a break at work at the moment. How's the discovering film viewing coming along? Paul, it is great. Thank you so much for recommending that to me. I've watched the one on Kubrick. Kubrick's my favorite director. I only learned a couple of things I didn't know. Everything else I knew about him. I did find it slightly tedious how they went through every film he made. They didn't talk too much about each film. Then I watched the one on Cecil B. DeMille, and that's all I have watched so far. But there's plenty more than I'm going to be watching, especially because I watched a few of the actors, but mainly directors. But I watched the one on Kubrick just because it's something I've never seen before. So I thought I'd do something I'm familiar with, and he's my favorite director of all time. So I went with Kubrick. Like I said, only a couple of things I didn't already know about him. I think it's it's okay with the structure of it. They get a point across. I really enjoyed the Cecil DeMille one because I don't know too much about him, and now I know quite a bit. I know why he's so big, and it's really interesting. I love it. Yeah. What's this? It's such a frustrating one for me. What's that? Is that? Are we talking about Bond here? I'm trying to work out which one you're talking about. The World Is Not Enough. There we are. Because I like a lecture. Oh yeah. Well, if I saw that, then I would know it. But it's one of the series' best characters. But I hate how the movie looks. It's so flat and looks like a TV. Yeah, it's not. It's not great. Favorite Bond theme. If we're talking about the actual theme song of the film, it's hard. I recently did it on Twitter. Someone asked favorite Bond theme. I put Thunderball, but there's also Goldfinger. What's it? From Russia with Love. I love the one. You Know My Name from Casino Royale. I also really like For Your Eyes Only as well. I like a lot. Very hard to rank, but probably go with Thunderball. It's especially shocking considering the cinematography. Adrian Biddle, he did Aliens, Princess Bride. Oh wow! So Aliens is mainly the one. Princess Bride I haven't seen. Thelma Louise. I mean, they look cinematic. They didn't look like a TV film. And we're caught up with the comments again, surprisingly. I don't know when I'll end this. Probably soonish. Maybe in the if we continue like this, maybe in the next 10 minutes ish. Because my younger brother is going to bed and things, so I have to keep it down and things. So yeah. Oh, Jake says my second favorite Bond movie includes Christopher Lee. So that would be Man with the Golden Gun, which is not at all in my top 10 Bond films. It's probably in the top 10 worst ones. It's okay. Christopher Lee's great in it, but I'm not a Moore fan. I'm sorry. Steve says I try and search out background stuff for my videos. I also find it really interesting rather than just telling the plot. Yeah, I don't know if you've watched it, Steve. Have you got Sky, Steve? It's something called Discovering Film that Paul recommended to me, where they talk about the careers and things of actors, directors, stuff like that. Jake puts, is it bad that I don't edit my videos? It depends, really. I think it adds a bit of professionality if you edit your videos. Like just even edit, like shaving off the bit where you press record and, that bit. Because you've got good videos, Jake. Like you're really confident in front of the camera. Really kind of, I like it, kind of the intro where you start with and you talk about the film and you well-spoken things. But I don't think your videos really call much for editing. I've seen you don't really mess up, which is good because usually I do. That's why I have to edit it because it's like I mess up quite a bit, stumble over my words and things, or forget what I'm about to say, which I haven't really. I don't watch all your videos. I'm gonna be honest, Jake. So you may have done it in the past. I don't know, but from what I've seen, you're really good. You know what you're talking about. So in that sense, like I'm not gonna cut if I don't need to cut. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I guess even just adding an intro or just some images, like I said, it adds a bit of professionality to it. But you've got you, You know what you're talking about. Still entertaining to watch. I don't think it's terrible. Yeah. Thoughts on Magnolia, The Master, and Inherent Vice. I've only seen Inherent Vice out of those three, unfortunately. Really need to see Magnolia and The Master. I own The Master. I'm a big Paul Thomas Anderson fan, but I like to take my time with big film directors' filmographies, especially when you know that Magnolia and The Master are going to be maybe even potential masterpieces, or a new favorite, or just a new film that I'm going to love or feel that's fantastic or inspire me. That's what I did with Kubrick. I tried to do that with Scorsese, but then I just binged all of his films. So yeah. Zachary says they all look really cinematic, and then yeah, the director was also the late Michael. So did Coleman's daughter, Gorillas in the Mist and Nell. I haven't seen those two films. Yeah. Actor says, have you ever tried to watch a movie scene with audio description out? No, I haven't. Yeah. Isn't it on Sky Arts? And yes, I've seen a few. Yes, it is that one. Yeah. I'll watch them on Kirk Douglas. Kirk Douglas is one of my favorite actors. So he says, thanks, I really appreciate the feedback. I'm actually taking an editing course. Really? That's great. Good luck with that, Jake. No problem. In the Bondverse, do you think Safin is Dr. No? I guess it's a possibility. He looks slightly like him, and from the trailers, his kind of compound looks slightly like the compound that Dr. No has. I mean, we don't know. He could be. They might try and pull something like that. I can see them trying to pull something like that. So yeah, it's a possibility. Also, if they adapted all of Fleming's books, of Bond books, because like No Time to Die, Spectre, Skyfall, even Quantum of Solace, is that based on one of his books? But I know Spectre wasn't, definitely not. No, I don't think Skyfall was either. Because I'd like them to actually adapt some of his bloody books instead of making an awful connected universe, which is just not great, because you get Spectre, which I actually really enjoy, up until the point where they butcher the whole Blofeld thing. Zachary says, I have a theory in No Time to Die Bond could be a father, and I really love the idea. Well, that's interesting. That's really interesting. It would be a very interesting take on the character. We'll see where they go with it, because that could be like, I'm just wondering like where they're going to go. Will Daniel Craig, will it be like, same character, different actor? Are they going to reboot the franchise again? I think that's unnecessary, because we've got Ralph Fiennes in there, and was it Naomi Harris? Is that it? And Ben Whishaw. All kind of the MI6 regulars already established. Then you'd have to recast them and things. So I just think they should recast Bond and move on. You know what I mean? It's unnecessary to do that. Oh, they ran out. Yeah, I thought they must have done. That's a shame. Jake says, I think Javier Bardem is the best actor to play a villain in Daniel Craig's movies. I think Matt Mikkelsen was great as well. He's had some great actors. He's actually had fantastic actors be opposite to play villains. Matt Mikkelsen, Javier Bardem, even though it wasn't a great character, but Christoph Waltz. He's lucky. And then now I've got Rami Malek as Safin. So, he's been lucky with that. Hey, what's your favourite Criterion release? It's going to have to be the Essential Fellini box set. Dan says, have you seen Tigerland? I haven't done. I'll look that up. Tigerland. Oh, it's a Joel Schumacher film. No, I haven't. Oh, it's got Colin Farrell in. Oh, it's on Mubi. Oh, wow. And on Amazon Prime. Oh, I haven't seen that. I might watch that. No, I haven't seen it. Unless you're talking about a 2019 film that 59 people have watched and letterboxed. Oh, my throat. Paul says, was reading a review on the new US 4K Field of Dreams today. Ever seen that? Field of Dreams, is that the Kevin Costner one with, what's his name? Burt Lancaster's in it as well. And Ray Liotta. I'm pretty sure it's that. It's not too great. It was passable, really. It was just passable. I just couldn't care. Couldn't care about it. Steve says the last book was Octopussy, of course, then the Casino Royale, which was one of his books. Oh, really? So not even License to Kill or any of those they've just had to make up their own now? That's interesting. I didn't know that, actually, for a Bond fan. Jake says, if you get the chance to redirect Die Another Day, what would you change to make it better? A lot of things. Maybe not hire Madonna to make an awful flipping song for it. I don't know. Probably that the first thing. And also not make it so childish and so silly. I mean, at points I thought I was watching a Johnny English film. I'm not kidding. I thought, am I watching Johnny English now? Has it changed to Johnny English? It's just ridiculous. Right, guys, I think I'll wrap up in a minute, but we've had a great turnout today. Better than what I was expecting. It's been, like I said, been up and down. We've had some great people on. Alex being a legend, donating, which is just crazy. Archie on, and all the regulars. It's great to be back. You've got Dan, Paul, Jake, Steve, even Zachary, Hector, everyone, Movie Geek Bernardo, who doesn't usually join. It's great to see. Wormy. Yeah, thank you all. Oh, okay. Ash says, well, Boogie Nights is over. Turns out I was 40 minutes in when we last spoke. The first 40 minutes went by so fast. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I do like if it's well paced. That sounds good. See you later. Thank you, Wormy. Jake says, gotta go, man. Great. Thanks for the feedback. Keep up the amazing work. Catch you in the next stream. Yeah, thank you, Jake. I'll see you later. I'll probably maybe see you in the group chat or whenever. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for joining today. And thank you as well, Steve. Steve, I don't know if I mentioned this in the intro, but Steve will be joining me at some point, maybe even next week. We'll work out something, Steve, as a guest. I'm sure it'll be very Criterion. And Steve, by the way, very knowledgeable on films, more knowledgeable than I am. He's seen a lot more than me, but he's a lot older than me. So, it'd be interesting to see the younger and older generation of film. We share a passion for cinema. He's seen a lot more. He knows a lot more. He owns a lot more films, a lot more Criterions. So I'm sure I'm very much looking forward to it. It'll be very interesting to do. So yeah, I'll work out when that happens. Thank you, Archie. Thank you so much, my friend. I'll catch you later. Thank you as always, Dan. Paul says The Living Dead is the last of the original story titles, being original titles then. Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you, everyone. All right, thank you all so much for watching and tuning in. And we just had a comment here saying, what happened to Elliot Cohen? Last I heard, because I follow him on Letterboxd, he's still active on Letterboxd, and he did a review and somebody commented, where are you, pretty much, and he just said, I can't make videos at this moment. But when was the last time he was active? Because it's been a while, actually, since he was active. But yeah, that's what he put. He just says he can't make videos. I'm not sure what's going on in his personal life. I miss his videos a lot, but he's a great guy, and I just hope he's okay. Is all, He could stop making videos forever, as long as he's, enjoying films and healthy. But if he can get to make some videos, that's fine, because he makes great videos. But I think he's still about. I just don't know why he can't make videos. He just says he can't. But really nice guy, and makes great videos. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll have to go now. Bye.